Um, Texas A&M hot right off the bat.
Ooh,
Big game, huge game. And I mean, my brother was at this game, and I literally was texting him, and I was like, "What a game to be at!" I mean, just a nail biter all the way to the end. It was insane. We were questioning Marcel Reed, and I mean, at the end of that game, I was thinking to myself, I was like, if you wanted one quarterback to have the ball at the end of the game, it might be a guy like this because I knew that he was going to throw the ball in the end zone and he wasn't going to get sacked. That was my whole thought process. And every single time they dropped back in the end of that game, he threw it every single time. And I was like, interception. And then it would bounce off or do something. I'd be like, interception, bounce off. And then he finally hooked up with Boakicher, who is from Nebraska. Nebraska transfer portal straight into A&M. So I was pretty pumped about that too. But all you Aggie fans got to be thrilled knocking down Notre Dame at the rank 8, and they dropped all the way down to 24, I believe. And A&M's just climbing up the top 25 at this point now.
yeah, man. I think they finally broke the top 10. What a game! Had you on the edge of your seat.
Oh yeah,
My wife was losing her mind as an alum, and so I loved that game. It was hot from start to finish. So many big moments. It did not let down. Other than now Notre Dame being 0-2, but man, it was such a joy to watch that game. Really,
oh yeah.
really enjoyed it all the way through.
That's what's hard about Notre Dame. They drop all the way down in the top 25, and you're sitting there thinking this team goes in and plays two really hard teams right off the bat, Miami and A&M, and I'm like, what? And they're dropping, and I'm like,
Yeah.
these are hard games, and I understand it. You got to win games to stay up, but I got some teams in the top 25 where I'm like, you aren't really doing anything, and the teams that
No,
you're beating that are ranked, or one of them's not even ranked anymore. So I feel for Notre Dame. I
I
do.
do.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the pros and cons of stacking your early schedule with some of these tough opponents rather than some of these these schools that what are the FBS schools,
Yeah.
people like that. But I don't quote me on it. I thought I read somewhere earlier today that when the rankings came out, the new AP top 25, now Notre Dame being 0-2, ranked number 24. I believe I saw they're the first ranked team at 0-2 since 1988. I'll have to go double check that, but if that's the case, it's just that's those guys knowing that they're still
Yeah.
legit, but they play some tough guys. They played some tough opponents.
They played Miami at number 10, lost 27 to 24, and then played A&M, and A&M was ranked 16, lost 41 to 40. I mean, those are close games, and you're at number 8, and you fall that far. I don't know who votes on this, but
I don't either.
if
I
I'm
saw.
watching those games, I'm like, I think we're gonna have our first like top 15 team 0-2 because they're competing. Because Miami looks hot, they
Yeah.
look really good, and to keep up with them 27 to 24, I don't. That's hard for me to. It's hard for me to swallow. It's a tough one.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, if you want to continue to be ranked, you have to find a way to pull off these games.
Oh yeah,
And their college football playoff hopes, they're slim to none right now, just based off these first couple of games. So they'll be a team to continue to watch, but I'll be interested to see if they play another ranked opponent, they could take a loss. Is there any more respect given to them? Or are they just a good team that can't pull it off? Who knows?
yeah. They have one less game too, so that's what kind of sucks too. I wish they'd have played someone at the beginning and just whooped them. Maybe that'd have kept them up in the. I mean, they'd have been 1-2 at that point, but
Mm-hmm.
that's a tough one. And golly, that's just
I mean, to your point, last week we were sitting here talking about Marcel Reed. Is
yeah.
he the guy? Can he really do these things?
He
This
keeps
was a
doing
big
it.
matchup. He does. He does. A&M pulls off a huge road win against number 8 Notre Dame. Read
Yeah,
through
that's
for a huge game. Read through for
huge.
360 games. He had several clutch drives. That game winner with seconds left on the clock. Their receiver Craver explodes for over 200 receiving yards, and then the running back Moss ran in 3 touchdowns. Like, that's a pretty dominant performance. Really bad defensive game, but
Yep.
man, what a fun shootout that was.
Oh yeah.